And hello, welcome to Science TV News with me, your host Ben Werangai, and this is my sign name. My sign language interpreter voicing Esther Kendi. Welcome to the 1 p.m. news. The talks between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition began on Wednesday after the 10 member teams signed a framework for dialogue. The framework, which was agreed upon by the two sides last week, set out the terms and conditions for the talk. It includes provision for the agenda, the process, and the confidentiality of the discussion. The official signing comes a day after the Senate formally approved the formation of the committee anchoring the work in law and allowing the team to expand public resources.
The Houses of Parliament resolve as follows: that the two Houses of Parliament establish a National Dialogue Committee consisting of 10 members to represent the Kenya Kwanza Alliance hereinafter Kenya Kwanza, a coalition constituting the majority part of Parliament of the Republic of Kenya, and Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition hereafter Azimio, a coalition forming the minority part of Parliament of the Republic of Kenya. That the mandate of the National Dialogue Committee shall be to facilitate dialogue and consensus building and to recommend appropriate constitutional, legal and policy reforms on issues of concern to the people of Kenya, to be framed by the National Dialogue Committee in line with the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of Kenya, and respecting the functional and institutional integrity of state organs.
I would also want to urge those who are going to discuss that the compensation of property destroyed must also be discussed. And I propose, Mr. Speaker, to those who are going to sit there, that the funds should be sourced from political parties that were involved in those losses, Mr. Speaker.
And away from that news updates, the probe into WorldCoin, a cryptocurrency company that is collecting eye scans from people around the world, has entered its second phase. Solicitor General Shadrach Moses is currently appearing before Parliament's Committee on Information, Communication and Technology to answer questions about the problem. Shadrach Moses is expected to provide the committee with an update on the investigation and to answer all questions about the company data collection practices. The committee is expected to hear from representatives from the Data Protection Commissioner's Office, which is investigating the company. The company has been accused of violating data privacy laws, and the Kenya government has ordered it to stop collecting data from Kenyans.
Side was WorldCoin or their agencies providing a robust consent form or terms and conditions to which Kenyans agreed to whatever it is that they were going to use the data with.
Just they have told us they don't investigate, they don't collect intelligence and the rest. This committee is made up of the PS Interior. This committee is made up of the DCI, the NIS. So what else are we going to ask the DCI which they cannot tell us? So, Chair, unless they tell us they're not prepared.
It's already an investigation which is going on. Are you telling us that the DCI, the NIS, and you people, you have not assisted with this equipment? They are not being confiscated even in the process of investigation.
data protection in this country, you are not allowed to export that data to an external storage device. We've already seen that the data was put to Amazon. We don't know what was put there. How was it put there? How can we access it? And that I combine with the question of, can the government be able to...
And away from that news updates, GEM Member of Parliament Elisha Adhiambo has called on President William Ruto to extend the crackdown he has initiated in the sugar sector to the energy sector. Elisha Adhiambo lamented that the cartels in the sector, if not tackled, will see the economy collapse due to the high electricity traffics that make life unbearable. He was speaking at GEM Wagai and the Deputy Commissioner's office, where he disbursed 12.9 million shillings on bursary from GEM Constituency Development Fund to over 2,890 beneficiaries. Elisha Adhiambo blamed the recent nationwide blackouts on the cartels that did not want the government to rein on their high appetites for abnormal profits due to skewed contracts.
Talk to the cartels in the energy sector. Yes. On Friday, when we landed in Mombasa, we were going to have a meeting on Saturday to write a report on how we can reduce the price of electricity at Travelers Lodge. These cartels, led by Turkana, decided that that night they want to show us that whatever we are doing will come to naught. So the whole country was taken to darkness. I want to ask them, whatever they do, the reduction in the price of electricity must come to fruition, so that the ordinary Kenyan can have a reasonable lifestyle. I want to encourage the president, the way he has started dealing with the sugar cartels, let him equally deal with the electricity generating cartels led by Lake Turkana wind power. When you come to Siaya, the only thing you see is a small building. Today as we talk, the doctors want to go on strike. Why? Because the county assembly of Siaya, they didn't pass the budget on time.
And away from that news update, we have Makima Ward residents in Mbeere South constituency in Embu have petitioned the county government to move with speed and address the health crisis in the area. They said the area has only 2 health centers against a population of over 30,000 people. They said the 2 facilities, Makima and Bondoni dispensaries, were in wanting states with regard drugs, equipments, and staffing, thus posing a challenge to locals seeking health services. Speaking during the release of the social audit report of status on health facilities in the area by Huduma Life Defenders Organization, the locals noted that they have been forced to travel far and wide in search for medical care, and at times to the neighboring counties of Machakos and Kirinyaga.
Makima tuko na shida kubwa ya hospitali. Kwa mfano, hospitali ni 2 tu na population ya Makima ni kubwa. Kwa hivyo utapata watu wa the farthest end ya Makima wanatembea mwendo mrefu ili kufikia health facility ile iko karibu. Kwa hivyo tungeomba serikali yetu tafadhali, kwa heshima zote tunaomba mtujengee hospitali nyingi ili tuweze wale wanatembea mbali wasitembee sana. Alafu pia hizo facilities za health pia hakuna madaktari wa kutosha. Kwa hivyo tunaomba pia tuongezewe madaktari, na hata huku kwetu Makima tumesoma pia kuna manasi tumesoma. Kwa hivyo tunaomba tuajiriwe sisi wenyewe, tujifanyie kazi huku kwetu, tutibu wagonjwa wetu. Jambo hilo lingine ni hakuna mahali kuna maternity huku, na kwa hivyo akina mama wanasumbuka sana wakitembea mpaka Embu ili wapate huduma za kujifungua.
Watu 30,000 wakihudumiwa na hospitali 2 na ambazo ziko ina level 2. Hilo ni jambo ambalo limekuwa likiumiza wananchi wa Makima sana. Na vile vile ukiangalia eneo la Makima ni eneo kubwa sana kwa sababu liko na 362 km², na ukiangalia hilo ni eneo kubwa sana likiwa served na 2 health facilities. Kwa hivyo hii ni mojawapo ambao tuliweza kugundua. Vile vile jambo lingine ni hata hizo health facilities ambazo ziko, ambayo ni moja katika Makima na hiyo nyingine katika Mbondoni, kuna upungufu wa madaktari kwa sababu kwa mfano kama ni Makima iko na only 4 nurses. Ukiangalia ikiwa na 4 nurses na kuhudumia watu wote ni jambo la kusikitisha. Na vile vile Mbondoni iko na just 1 nurse. Na upungufu mwingine hakuna madawa katika zile facilities 2. Na vile vile hospitali kama ya Mbondoni haina electricity, haina stima, kumaanisha kwamba kama kuna huduma yote ambayo inahitaji stima haiwezi endelea pale. Vile vile hakuna maji kule, hakuna fence, hakuna ule ukuta ambao unazingira zile facilities. Kwa hiyo pia ulinzi wa wagonjwa na vile vile wafanyikazi pale unakuwa at risk. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni mambo ambayo tumeweza kupata katika upande wa health facilities ambazo tuko nazo katika eneo la Makima. Na jambo lingine tumepata ni kwamba hakuna maternity services katika eneo nzima la Makima.
Wanaamua kwenda Kirinyaga County kwa ajili tu ya afya, wengine wanaenda Machakos County ili washughulikiwe na afya zao. Ukiangalia kama Makima dispensary, Mbondoni dispensaries, kuna maternity wing and male ward zenye ziko hapo na bado hazijai maliziwa, na miaka 5 imeisha. Sasa tumeshika mwaka wa 6 imeisha, tunaanzia mwaka wa 7 na bado zimekimia. At least tumeona Makima dispensary kuna mafundi wanafanya hapo, but kwa mradi wa serikali haifai kutumia serikali like 10 years mradi kiendelea na bado watu wanazidi kuumia.
Makima ni kubwa. Iko na only the 2 functional facilities ambao ukiangalia population ya Makima na zile facilities ziko pale haijatosha bado. Kwa hivyo wamama sisi tunaumia tukienda ile distance kubwa kutafuta matibabu wakati pengine wa kuzaa. Tunalazimu tu tukae nyumbani, tuzalie nyumbani. Kama hauna hela utaenda wapi?
And away from that news, we have the National Development Implementation Committee, Finance and Production Economy Subcommittee, PS cluster, is rooting for the use of the leather value in bid to create jobs for hustlers. The teams of 5 permanent secretaries have toured the multi-million Ewasonyiro tannery led by their chairman Alfred Umbudo and his counterpart Jonathan Mweke. And they noted that the value addition of hikes and skins can boost President William Ruto's bottom-up economic model. The permanent secretaries have, however, noted their poor livestock husbandry in pastoral areas had contributed to low quality of hikes and skin, thus affecting the quality of the end products.
Wanaekanga alama kwa ng'ombe. Tumesikia kwa hii stage process ambayo inafanyika hapa kwa ENSDA kwamba it is not good for for us to do that. So tunawahimiza kwenda mbele tusiwe tunaweka hizo brandings because it is affecting our business, and that is the business that is coming to assist our country. So that tukuwa tunapata hizo products kutoka ng'ombe, hatukuwa tuna complain hapa kwamba nyinyi watu wa Narok mnafanya branding. So maybe madaktari wakuwe wanaweza kuadvise watu saa zile wanatibu ng'ombe, saa zile ng'ombe wako kule kwa slaughterhouses, so that we avoid these problems na tuweze kupata products mzuri za skins. Na hiyo tutasaidika kama watu wa Kenya.
Because people might not know that the tannery is operational. We'd like to tell the public that we are now officially buying hides. So they organize themselves in terms of cooperatives, in terms of youth groups, and let them deliver the hides. The commitment we are giving as an authority is that once you deliver your hides, we commit to pay you within 72 hours.
So, ukichinja ng'ombe, ukichinja mbuzi, ukichinja kondoo, tafadhali sasa uliza chief wako ama mtu wa county mahali unaweza peleka hiyo ngozi, upeleke kwa soko ndio uuze hiyo ngozi kwa bei nafuu, pia wewe upate kitu ya kuweka kwa mfuko. Hii ndio biashara sasa tunasema inaweza kuwa biashara kubwa zaidi kwa vijana wetu huko mashinani. Na kwa watu wa mifugo, tafadhali msiweke maalama. Hiyo inaharibu ngozi, na ikiharibu ngozi ukilete hapa kwa factory, wanasema hiyo ngozi imeharibika na haiwezi tumika kutengeneza viatu. Kama serikali kuu, tuko na hamu kubwa sana kuhakikisha hii sekta yetu ya leather tumeinua, ndio watu wetu wapate kazi. It's not going to be business as usual. We are not going to be importing shoes anymore, while we can make shoes locally here for our people, for our armed forces, and for our schools.
Welcome back for the sports news. AFC Leopards coach Tom Juma believes lack of fitness played a huge role as they settled for a 0-0 draw against FC Talanta in their 2023 FKF Premier League season opener on Sunday. Despite the new signings, Igwes struggled to score even after Talanta were reduced to 10 men in the 60th minute when Lucas Waitere received a straight red card from a dangerous foul on Nyakea. Coach Juma has promised to do everything to make sure that his team improves on its fitness level, which he says is his main concern. And away from that news update, we have Cabra's coach Felix Ayanage will be without 5 of his star players for the final 2 legs of the National Sevens circuit slated for Eldoret and Nairobi. The teams will be without Brian Tanga, John Kubo, Kelvin Wekesa, Lamek Amsetsa and William Muhanji, who are with the Shujaa training squad preparing for the Africa Sevens Camp Olympic qualifiers in Zimbabwe next month. They are leading with 80 points, 2 heads of rivals KCB, and Ayange believes that the side have what it takes to win the overall crown. On to our final news update, we have Fulham and Tottenham played to a 1-1 draw at the Carabao Cup on Tuesday, August 29, 2023. With the Cottagers winning 5-3 on penalties. Fulham took the lead in the 19th minute when Mickey van de Ven scored an own goal. Tottenham equalized in the 55th minute through Richarlison. The game went to extra time, but neither teams could find a winner. In the penalty shootouts, Davinson Sanchez missed for Tottenham, giving Fulham the win. The results means that Tottenham's Carabao Cup campaign is over, while Fulham progress to the third round.
Manchester United and then at Bournemouth. Off goes Traore. Decoed over Reed. Robinson. Harry Reed. Well, Robinson's calls him. A bit too tight in the centre of the pitch at the moment. We've got too.
That has been all for today. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us here at Science TV. I have been your host, Ben Rangai, and this is my sign name. And my sign language interpreter has been Esther Kendi. Don't forget to leave a comment on all our social media platforms. You can join us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Enjoy your afternoon and have a good day.